Hello everyone, this is StrawberryShorty here with a review of 12 Minutes, which I played for the PS4. I am not entirely sure if this will be one of my short reviews or one of my longer ones, but there will be a spoiler section near the end. So, I had been wanting to play this game ever since I saw the trailer for it, but it was initially only available for like PC. And I think when they first announced it for consoles, it was only for like one of the Xboxes, which I don't have. So I finally got it. I think it was also on sale, so I was able to get it and play it. And for those of you that don't know, it's your dude, you return home to your apartment, something bad happens, and then time resets. So you're caught in a time loop. And it's all contained within one apartment, and the relevant time span is 12 minutes. So, first thing I gotta say is that it looks like The Sims. Like, the way that the characters move, especially when they're like setting the table, it reminds me so much of The Sims graphics. I could not get over that. It's it's kind of interesting the variety of things you can try. Um, there were definitely some logic issues, but I can't talk too much about those outside of the spoiler section. There were times when I felt a bit at a loss as to what to do. I know a lot of players were complaining the game was near impossible without a guide. I actually did get essentially to the end without a guide, except for the very last, I guess, very last loop, where you have to do something a little specific, and I don't think any player would really think to do that. They might do it by accident, but plot-wise, not a lot is happening during the game itself. You're trying to kind of piece together the story and why the bad thing is happening. It's not super interesting. It's got kind of a couple interesting twists. The ending, though, a little confusing as to what exactly it means. Yeah, and it's got a lot of a nice detail to it. Like, you can cut the loop short in a variety of ways, including like using a weapon on yourself. And like the first time you'll mess it up, and like the second time you'll be better at it. So like your character does learn things, and that is a nice feature, is that the character will start to get more accustomed to certain things, and that will change things. Like the first time, like you can try to convince your wife of the time loop you're trapped in, and once you start realizing how to successfully do that, it starts to get more and more streamlined. One of the problems I'd say, though, is when you do run into repeated scenes or dialogue, they can be a little lengthy. Like, some of the dialogue can be skipped. If you hold down the X button, you can skip like one sentence at a time. I know that sounds terrible, but that does actually work best, because sometimes you will get new dialogue where you don't expect it, so this prevents you from accidentally skipping past that. But then there's like some scenes where most of them will play out the same and you can't skip anything, so you're just kind of standing there waiting for the moment when you can trigger something different. This is mostly near when you're getting like to the end of the loops. They also have like features to make it easier to wait for when the bad thing is about to happen. But like there were times when I would like hide, and it would be like, okay, and now we wait, and then it would fade to black, and I had to do this like 6 times. Even when the character would say like, oh, okay, just one more time, and then it was like 6 more times. So that got really annoying. It's a strange game. Like, if it sounds like something you'd enjoy, get it and play it. Like, there's not much else to say. I don't think it's the best game I've ever played. It's way less interesting than the trailer. Like, the trailer makes it seem like it's like a lot more thrilling. It's more like akin to like a puzzle game with a time loop. There's not a lot of characters, there's not a lot of events, and not a lot you can interact with. So yeah, like I don't hate it, but it's not the best game I've ever played. It does some interesting things, has some interesting twists. I wish the ending was a little more clear. So let's move into the spoiler section. So the game tutorial is not that great. Like it's like press X to move. This is a point and click game. I had no idea this was a point and click game. So I'm like, press X to move. Like I'm pressing X and nothing's happening. And it doesn't like tell you there's a cursor and you have to move the cursor. And like there's not a lot that you can examine and get commentary on, which I was kind of sad about. So I get into the apartment and end up kind of cutting the murder scene short because I get up and then get knocked out. This is where like logic errors and stuff start to kind of come into play, because it's like the bad guy doesn't actually seem like, he keeps saying he planned to leave us out of it. We're not involved, but then he'll usually kill us no matter what. For some reason, I'm just like, I'm not sure why you did this. Especially since there is an ending where he can leave you alive. But like in terms of logic, if the wife knows you're home and you hide before the murderer shows up, she's like, hey, help me, can you come over here and help me? And it's like, oh, so there's someone else in the house. And I'm just like, are you stupid? Like, why would you do that? Like, hey, come over here and help me makes sense if you know I'm in the room and if he's just like grabbing at you. But when he has you down and is like threatening you by calling out to me and making it clear I'm home, you're putting me in danger. Like, that's... Yeah, plus, you know, maybe I wanted to get the jump on him. So, like, early on in the game, I had no idea what to do. Literally, the second thing I tried in, like, the second loop was murdering my wife. Just to kind of see if I could. I was very surprised when that happened. And then I could not find that pocket watch for the longest time. Like, I did accidentally trigger the bathroom grate, but thought the game was glitching out on me because I couldn't find it again. And I had already figured out how to open the grate in the bedroom with the spoon. So I was pretty frustrated that I didn't realize that grate was there. But yeah, I had fun experimenting with all the different stuff, but yeah. And the plot twist, I'm not sure how to feel about it. Like, so did the game actually happen? Because I don't honestly care that the protagonist and the wife are half siblings. Like, if they really love each other. Plus, you know, the baby deserves to be born. It's so unclear as to what really happened. And like the thing at the end of the game that you have to do that's, but I can't see how you'd figure out without a guide, is you have to look at the pocket watch. And you can't just look at the pocket watch. You have to stare at the pocket watch for a considerable amount of time. And like, I don't know why any player would do this. I don't know if you have to examine it too, but... And I think to get another ending when you're back in the past, you have to like stare at the clock. So, I don't know. And if you get this ending, the game resets, so you can't go back and get the other endings, which I imagine would tick off a lot of players. So... That's it for this review. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Did you play this game? Did you enjoy it? What did you think of the twist? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!